Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Quilters Apothecary. This is QA News for October 25th. And welcome again. We are actually in the long arm studio instead of at the filming studio where we normally are. Just because I am here trying to maneuver through edge to edge. I have my right hand Amber here at this studio kind of helping me because I am still healing. I just got this one done last week from the carpal tunnel. We're actually doing a video for artists about what to expect when you actually have carpal tunnel surgery, and that should go up here on the page eventually. So they're doing pretty good. I can't open bottles. I can kind of easily kind of push the head of the machine over as I'm doing edge to edge. But I can't obviously quilt right now. I've got a few more weeks of that. So I've got a little bit of the crankies, not at anybody, just at the circumstance. That's enough, you two. So I've got the bozo clown people here in the studio giving me the cranky just with yourself. You know how that goes. So anyway, so what are we going to touch on today? So a reminder that we do still have the Zoom classes for, and it starts in January, and there is a series of 9, or you can take them singly, and they are still on the early bird special. And you want to make sure, of course, to go to the Quilters Apothecary website and check out the Zoom classes link. I have not heard, and remember, by the way, it's my last time doing them. So if you are a surface quilter, whether you're sit down, hand, long arm, whatever, the classes apply because we are actually teaching designs, and that's what we're doing. And then, of course, I did want to throw out there that I haven't heard back from them. But I did submit classes to do my last show, I believe, that I'm probably ever going to do in person, unless people want to come here to the studio. And that would be the Kansas City Regional Quilt Festival. I have not heard back that they were accepted yet. I did send in a contract, but that stuff's all up in the air until it's okayed. So we'll see about that. And I do have my portrait applique class in that particular show. That's going to be day 1. It's going to be an all-day class, which is very cool technique. Let me see. So those are the few things that are going on there. We obviously have our Patreon going, as most of you know. And right now we're doing a lot of projects as well as quilt-alongs. I'm doing a little bit of an EPP series, those sorts of things. Our next, Rich, do we know what the next video for YouTube is going to be? We don't know yet what video is going up on YouTube. We're going to, hey, you, and of course we have our friend here. Come here, Tia. Say hi to everybody. You get up here. Come here, Missy. She's upset because I can't play tug of war. So she's got the edgies going on. And I'm not taking her for walks because there's no way I can hold her. Anyways, so that being said, of course, we have our wonderful Patreon channel going. And we got a lot of exciting things coming up for the next season for that. And then, of course, let me see. I did want to talk a little bit about, I got to check my notes. I will be starting here on YouTube a piece along, and that piece along is going to be a One Block Wonder panel quilt piece along. And what I'll do is I will try, don't know if this is going to happen, but right about here, Rich will throw in a little bit of a flyover of the one that I did for my Patreon channel a few years back. And that is a panel. So we're using panels. That means there are 7 panels needed. We'll talk about it more as it comes up. I'm also going to have specially priced all of my panels that we have in the shop to go. And of course, once they're gone, they're gone. So I will make sure to pre-announce when they're going on sale. Hit them if you like them. Typically, most of them are wildlife because that's kind of what I like to do. Or you can go out on the interweb, or you can go to your local quilt shop, which is always a good thing, and you can purchase 7 panels there to do your own piece. And I know that a lot of you do already those wonderful One Block Wonder panel quilts. I think they're amazing. I love how they turn out. I like to definitely work them in and make an amazing piece of art because I don't think we have enough art in our life as it is. So that is coming up, and I believe I'm thinking it's probably going to be a 3 or 4 episode series, and it's going to be pretty close together because I know some of you it'll be coming into winter, and if you're locked in the house, you want to kind of get it all done right away. You don't want to wait every few weeks. So we'll try to kind of space it so the whole series is made within a week. And we might even have some Facebook Live piece-alongs for while I'm piecing mine. So we'll see how that works out. We'll see if Rich is going to be up for that. Let me see. So what else is going on around here? A lot, a lot. I gotta tell you, it's been weird having my carpal tunnel done and doing nothing, right? And being able to look around at all of my stuff. Normally I'm on the run and I'm working, working, working. And it's weird being at home and kind of looking around at all the piles. I always joke that, and it's not funny because it's not a joke. I have a giant house and I have cram packed that thing full of so much art and craft supplies. It's crazy. Um, so I'm in the midst, and Rich is in the midst of kind of a deconstruction, trying to get rid of or organize some of our older dead dreams that we're not really into, that you buy for the future, and then all of a sudden we don't realize that they have a bit of an expiration date. And then, you're looking around at all this stuff you've gathered and trying to figure out what is it that I'm going to keep in this winter season as I go into the winter season of my life. And what am I really going to work on? Because just being surrounded by it all is a weight on your head. And I know some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's been going on, and that's been really interesting. And I'll tell you what, I have not wanted to clean and purge the house and the studio so bad because I'm not maneuvering and I'm looking around at all of it and I can't do anything. Nothing makes you want to work like not being able to work, because usually we're chasing the customer projects that we need to get done and those sorts of things, and filming for our wonderful Patreon channel and all the things. So the extra stuff really never gets touched upon. And again, my fellow artists, quilters, whatever your art form is, cross stitchers, that's just the way it is. And then you have those few weeks where you can actually look around and say, what in the world have I done? And then here at the studio, what's been going on, our parking lot's finished because it was pretty rough. We didn't have a lot of open parking spaces for us. And so, because they were putting in the new parking lot looks amazing. Of course, we're here at the St. Mary's, the old school, which they've turned into artist studios. It also has a food pantry downstairs, and it also has, of course, the St. Mary's thrift shop, which is amazing. And it's where we take in quilts, and we have our shipping department for all of our rulers and those sorts of things. When we do post the whatever leftover quilts, and I think Amber, you said we're going to have approximately like 30-ish or something like that.
25 to 30.
25 to 30.
Some of the designs are limited quantities.
Yeah, some of the designs will have limited quantities. I'm just kind of going through all my bolts that I have left of panels, and I buy amazing panels. And I'm doing that because that's kind of part of the purge, and we'll have special pricing on the set of 7. We'll be selling them in sets of 7. So there we go. Aside from that, oh yeah, okay. And my dyeing studio, I can't use my dyeing studio right now because we've had a little bit of a water leak, right? And so it's nothing major. It's just it goes on the floor and the floor drain, and it's like, so the building managers have said, oh, don't use this until we can figure out where it's from, probably from the boiler system or something. That's an old school, so it has a new boiler, but stuff happens. Old pipes, because this building was sitting for decades without being used. So there we go. So, and it's right at the time when I want to do some dyeing. I'm getting the itching, even though I can't right at the moment. But there we go. So at first we thought we were going to have to move everything out of the dyeing studio. and we still might have to, but now, thank God, Rich said, I don't think that's your problem. And so, he's pretty smart. He was a union electrician forever, and he knows what he's doing because he's been around all this stuff. So thank goodness he saved us, I think, from having to move that. Time will tell. So we'll see how that goes. So that's the news there. Aside from that, it really is going into fall and doing all the preparatory stuff for the holidays. We do celebrate, of course, um, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then of course, for us, it's Christmas. I personally, I'm not real religious, but I do celebrate Christmas. And there we go. So, and the one thing I would like to remind everybody is this: especially if you're a long arm quilter for clients, this is when you want to start letting your clients know, okay, it's time to start getting your Christmas quilts in, your edge to edge, because we're getting close. And the last thing a long arm quilter wants to be doing is spending their Christmas Eve quilting quilts because they got so many. So again, think if you're a professional long arm quilter about how many quilts you actually want to do up to the date, and start just kind of nudging your customers and saying, hey, do you got any Christmas stuff? Because let's get that taken care of and done, so that you can get it bound, and we're not doing this stuff on Christmas Eve, right? So that's always a good heads up to let your clients know about that. And for my clients, you were just reminded. So that is our QA news for October 25th. As always, thank you so much for joining us. As always, we really hope that you enjoy all of the videos. I've got some really great stuff planned for you this winter season, and I think you're going to enjoy it while you're in the house if you're in a snowy area. If not, well, lucky you. So anyways, as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we'll see you all down the road. Goodbye, everybody.